Hey everyone, this is Artemis Lore. So the Coven page has been pretty active, but I wanted to do part one or the free podcast about Lionsgate Portal and why I'm talking about this so early. And actually, a lot of people are getting ready for this. Prior to the Coven page, I had a different page. I was more on the spiritual, lighter side of things. I had that going for a couple of years, before starting up the Coven page. And I used to do a lot of podcasting. I did podcasting for years. And I just want to say really quick before I go into just a little bit of history or research on this. For my podcast friends that have reached out to me and, have been maybe waiting for, a year or two since the last time I've done podcasts, this is probably a good time to reach out to me now. So we can get some type of show together, even if it's for like an hour or 2 hours, only because I know for sure that people are feeling different energies and we are in a good luck energy field. There are different, planetary things that are pushing and pulling us, but overall, this is the time where manifestation is heavy, right? It's almost like we think about something or we do a spell, whether it's, if you're a witch or if you're just a spiritual person, or you just manifest something or you just write something down and say what you want. And the next thing you know, it's happening. Okay. Now, that doesn't take away from regular life scenarios and experiences, because things are going to happen regardless. It all depends on how we react to them. You guys have seen me react to stuff before in the past. And then you've also seen me alchemize negativity into positivity. Alchemizing or spiritual alchemy is, it doesn't even have to be spiritual, just alchemizing anything that doesn't fit in your path or something that maybe triggers you, that will kind of like help you get through things and help you get over things much more faster. Okay. So Lionsgate Portal is one of the most important, I want to say, global events that I've ever known of. Okay. It is literally like the pivotal point of change in our lives. And even if you go through something negative, it's still an opportunity to either learn from that experience or experience it because the universe already had that set for you in order for you to level up, or in order for you to heal, or in order for you to grow. And not every experience is going to, turn into flowers and, unicorns. But you have to understand that everything that is happening for you right now, it's for you. It was set like that. You know what I'm saying? It's set there for a reason. I've had a lot of spiritual experiences and life experiences, and I always ask, like, why is this happening? What's going on? Or, did somebody hex me? Did somebody curse me? Sometimes it was, but it's all, I still put it all together as a life experience, because no matter if it was negative or positive, I grew from it. I felt it. I don't know. It's really hard to explain. I'm just in this whole mode of wanting to embrace both my dark side and my light side. And I think that's really good when I can bring both of my shadow and my light side together, so that way I'm not blinded by just love and light, but also experiencing the dark, and not saying that darkness is evil, or not saying that my shadow is evil, and understanding that I need both. And I've also had, witchy sisters and spiritual people who have been helping me as well. So, there is a community of people who actually want to help and want to see other people grow. And from that, they get blessings in their lives. So it's almost like everybody's experiencing some type of manifestation or blessings just by naturally being authentic and being real and just being, cordial to others. Okay. So, but anyway, like I said, this is part one. I want to make the podcast, pretty beautifully. I did this when I used to do my African American Wiccan podcast back in the day. Those got deleted. So now this will be the return, and I want it to be. It's going to be pretty deep. Okay, so if you are one of my podcasting friends and you're seeing this video, go ahead and reach out to me now because I'm doing it. And I used to speak on stereo. It can be done on stereo. It can be done here on YouTube as well. But let's go ahead and get into the notes. So the first thing with this is basically to recognize how you've been feeling the past couple of weeks up until now. A lot of people are spiritually heightened, but they're also very sensitive of the energies. And it's almost like some people may be feeling, tired and drained because of the pull of this portal, because it's so strong. Some people may be feeling, very, very loving, very calm, and just really embracing, what all life has to give. Some people may be feeling a boost of energy, a calling to do something more spiritual or to go deeper within themselves. But the main thing that I think is pretty good to do is to go ahead and do your research first, and then possibly pull up, Lionsgate Portal Spiritual, those 3 words, type in those 3 words in YouTube and watch all the different spiritualists and see if anything makes sense. You don't have to do anything necessarily special for the day, just, or for the week. Just understand that within a certain time frame, which is basically in late July and peaks on August 8th and going into about another week or 2 after that, that this particular time frame is a huge, major spiritual manifestation portal. Let's go ahead and read a little bit. Let's do a little homework. So the Lionsgate portal is a powerful energetic window that begins to open in late July and peaks on August 8th. This isn't just about the stars looking pretty in the sky. It's a spiritual alignment that has been honored for centuries. So the portal forms when the sun is in Leo, so we'll be in Leo season, and Sirius, the brightest star in our sky, rises with Orion's belt, lining perfectly with the ancient pyramids of Giza in Egypt. Okay, so that alignment is not an accident. The pyramids were built to mirror the stars, and this moment marks the direct energetic connection between Earth and the cosmos. All right. And then there's, of course, more history about this. There's also Kemetic philosophy, which is something I kind of studied a little bit early on in my craft. And how, basically this symbolizes the rebirth that was tied to the goddess and her cosmic partner. And it's also seen as an Egyptian New Year. Okay, so it's almost like we can celebrate a new year or a new part of our lives at this time. And I just want to say something really, really quick. Now, I'm not here to pump everybody up on fake pretenses. I don't usually talk about politics. I don't usually talk about stuff that's going on in the world. Why don't I do that? And why don't I do that? I feel like you've seen it all. You are experiencing it all. What is it going to do for me to remind you of the hurt and the pain that we all see and we all are feeling every single day? Okay. We have so much information that is, getting fed to us. And we're finding out so many things that are disgusting and ugly in this world. But I still feel like there's got to be a little bit of space of some type of, I'm not going to say hope. Nobody wants to hear hope. Nobody wants to hear faith. Okay, let's just be real. I used to try that light worker stuff. I'm not here to bamboozle you and do all of that. Okay. But there's got to be some type of something to help you get through all of this and keep going in your life, because you got to be grateful and thankful for waking up every day, because some people don't. Okay. And there's got to be something that just keeps you going and makes you realize how special you are to be here on this earth, no matter what. Okay. That's really all I wanted to say. But let's get back into this. This portal doesn't just affect Egypt. It touches energy points around the world. As the stars align, light codes, think spiritual downloads, are believed to ripple across ley lines, the Earth's energetic highways. So it's been a while since I've talked about energetic frequencies, dimensional shifting. I used to talk about that a lot. But these ley lines, a lot of people, you know what? There's actually spiritualists that work with ley lines. Okay. That's something that I learned through my journey. I've never done it, but there are people in different points of the world that do spiritual work around ley lines. They study vibrations and frequencies. Some people are tapped into their courage and really recognizing the higher purpose in their lives. And then also, so for witches and spiritualists, Sekhmet energy, Lionsgate energy is here. And for a lot of spiritual people that work with Sekhmet, this is a huge supreme divinity time to tap into that energy. And, I almost also feel like this is like the Phoenix rising energy. And, this is why I've been coming out more, letting people see, different sides of me, shadowy side, spiritual side. It's like, it's really time for people to embrace who they are. And, I'm not saying you got to go out and let the world know everything. But at the same time, to not be scared of giving people information. You may know something spiritual that other people don't know, that they may need to hear. And by you not sharing your knowledge to the world, that means that somebody is not getting the wisdom that they need to help them grow fully. Okay. Now, I know that we, gatekeep information as a form of protection. But every now and then it's okay to say, hey, and people have done it with me. Hey, I studied this and that, and, they'll give me some information that I didn't know. And I'll appreciate it, even if I never talk to them again. All right. So for witches and spiritual practitioners, this is time to focus on aligning with truth, tapping into personal power, and remembering divine essence. And this is also a way of, kind of tapping into the feminine divine, or the divine feminine energy, and embracing who you are and not caring, what people think. Because at the end of the day, it's all about what you think about you and how your life is going. Okay. So in simple terms, the portal is an invitation to wake up, trust your magic, and walk with purpose. So before I go, let me just go ahead and chime in on that. This is really the biggest time to do success spells, money spells, love spells. If somebody has wronged you, and you want to go ahead and seek justice, this would also be the time, because it's also about balance. Okay. So that's really all I'm going to say for now. I will, bring this all together for the podcast. But again, I am ringing the alarm. Last month, I had a friend reach out to me, wanted to talk about podcasting, wanted to get back into the spiritual family that we had for years. So for the couple of people that have been reaching out to me, I'm saying now is the time. If not, I can do it on my own, and you can chime in right here on YouTube. Okay. So blessed be everyone. And, I would also say don't over analyze or over expect, August 8th to be, don't do that, because I have also psyched myself out. And I'll give you an example. There was one summer, end of summer, where I was super psyched about all of this. And I was around the wrong people in the wrong relationship, and it did not pan out the way I wanted. So for the next couple of weeks, clear out your energy, clear out your relationships, cord cut, do what you got to do. Okay. Because if you really want to experience this, you won't be able to experience it if you're holding on to toxic people. If you have toxic, negative stuff, that's all up in your way. Okay. I'm just telling you this right now. This is from Sister Girl. Okay. I just want to tell you, because that's happened to me. And I was so, so disappointed. But also, it was the universe's way of telling me I needed that change, because I wasn't moving fast enough to do it. So the universe did it for me. All right. So anyway, this is Artemis Lore. Thank you guys for listening. I will be back, and I will be back on the Coven page eventually. But right now, this is more important. So bye.